Everybody's like, he's so idle. Please don't like him. He don't wife him. He want nice him. I never listen, no. I should have figured.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a get ready with me. I know, another get ready with me. I feel like I've done so many of these lately, but I love these videos. I know you guys love to watch them, so that's why I've done another. This is a hair, makeup and outfit for a summertime wedding that I just went to this week, and I really wanted to go for something super golden and glowy because I was wearing a very bright dress. I don't wear bright dresses. I don't wear a lot of colour actually, so for me to wear quite a bright colour such as a mustard dress, it was a big deal. So I decided to go with something super golden and warm on the face and then go for a really nice soft wave in my hair. If you love Get Ready With Me videos, then be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to turn on my post notifications too. And without further rambling, let's get on into this video. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to be doing is prepping my skin. I'm just going in with a bunch of things. I started off with some serum, and then I went in with two primers. I did the Too Faced Hangover and then the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. Then I color corrected, and this whole process you guys have seen me do many times. I've done a lot of base tutorials lately too, so I'll be sure to leave some base tutorials down below in the description and also on the eye as well if you guys want to see something a little bit more in depth. But I do feel the need to color correct because I have a lot of acne scars. So once I've color corrected using some green concealer from YSL, I've gone in with my EX1 Foundation. It's honestly one of my go-tos for events. It's not the most long lasting, but it's super flawless and it looks great in pictures. Plus it still looks quite natural in person. I find that a lot of foundations that look good in pictures on my particular skin type ends up looking really cakey in person. So this is a really nice balance for me where you can still kind of see my skin coming through. And my skin isn't at the best right now, but it's a lot better than it was, so I feel the need to use less coverage than I would if my skin was super bad. So I'm just blending that in using a kabuki brush from Morphe, and I'm just applying a little extra coverage on my acne scarring before starting my eyes. For my eyes, I wasn't really sure what I was doing at this point. I knew I wanted to go for something golden, but I wasn't sure exactly what look I was going for. The colours in the Soft Glam palette went great with my dress, so I knew I wanted to use the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then I just kind of wanted to keep all of the warm colours generally in the crease and all over the eyes, but I wanted the crease to be particularly more warm than the lid. So I went in with this really nice peachy colour first of all to use as my first transition colour. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm really extending it outwards. I'm taking it even further than my eyebrow, and that's going to really extend our eyes outwards and just really look nice and glam, which is great for an event like this, or if you guys are just going out generally. Extending your eyes outwards just looks really pretty and it's a nice thing to do, and I love to do it. Then I'm going in with this slightly darker warm brown, and I'm applying that into the deeper portion of my crease and just making sure that I'm applying it gradually so it blends really seamlessly into that previous color that we just applied. And again, as you can see, I'm kind of dragging it outwards past the tail of my eyebrow, which is dramatic, but because we're using quite soft colors, it actually looks really pretty. So I'm just dragging it outwards towards my temple, and yeah, I did take it really far, and I realized, and I was like, okay, it's just not that far. And then going in with this even darker warm brown, I'm taking a flat brush and just pushing this into the deepest part of my crease. It's slightly above my crease though, because we are going to be doing a cut crease effect, so you want this to be slightly above the crease. But as you can see, I'm kind of carving out that shape even more, but I'm keeping it quite soft. I don't want it to look like a really harsh cut crease. I want it to look very soft. So I'm making sure to go over that with my previous blending brush to make sure there are no harsh lines. Then going in with this light gold shade, we're going to be using this all over the lid, and I'm actually using this to carve out my cut crease. Now if you guys have watched my other cut crease tutorials, you probably would have seen that I go quite heavy duty with concealer before I apply anything to the lid to cut the crease, and that's when I want a cut crease to look really intense. But I didn't want it to look intense today. I wanted it to look a lot softer, so if it didn't look really precise and perfect, that was fine by me. I just wanted to create that shape whilst still looking quite soft. So that's something that I personally wanted. Now before I continue on with the eyes, I wanted to apply my concealer. I realize this is in quite a weird order, but usually I would clean up the side of my eye using a makeup wipe. But today I have already applied my foundation, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my concealer and bake it. I used a mixture of the Tarte Shape Tape and also the Urban Decay all-nighter concealer. This duo is so full coverage and amazing. I usually like to go quite full coverage on my concealer because I just find that it just brightens the under eye so much and it just is so effective. And I do usually like to go quite light as well. And I am baking it today, which isn't something I usually do. It's usually something I do more so for events because it just means that it's going to stay on a lot longer. And personally for me, my most oily areas are my forehead and my nose and cheeks. So I just wanted to make sure to bake my forehead and also take this powder down and allow it to sit on my nose whilst I finish the rest of my eye makeup. And also it does catch any extra fallout as well, so it works as a duo job basically. So I'm just carving out that cut crease one more time just to make sure that the definition is there, but it's not, again, too sharp. Then I'm going in with some eyeliner, and I'm taking this one from NYX. Because of the texture of the eyeshadow from the Anastasia palette, it wasn't coming up super dark, whereas this eyeliner is usually really dark, but because it's a pen brush, not a lot of product was coming out, so I had to go on top of it with the NYX matte liquid liner as well, and this just made it look even more black. So once I had the shape down, I went on top of it using the other eyeliner, and the kind of eyeliner shape that I went for was quite elongated, and again, as you can see, it almost goes out past my eyebrow. Like, it doesn't touch my eyebrow, but if you're looking at it as distance, it goes out quite far. I realized that this kind of shape won't suit everyone, but for me, I really wanted it to be quite elongated and dramatic because I wanted my eyes to be the focal point of this look. Next, I'm just going to be dusting away the powder that I left on to bake. I always like to be quite cautious not to leave this on for too long because I find that it can really dry out my face because I have a weird skin type where it gets dry as well as oily, I have no idea. But I just like to dust it away and don't leave on for too long, so I dusted it away from my under eyes before I applied my eyelashes. I am using the lash style Mykonos from Lily Lashes, and whilst the glue is just getting tacky, I used the Bad Girl Bang mascara from Benefit, which is my favorite mascara I think of all time. Like, honestly, I use it every day and I'm obsessed. Like, it's just so good. So I'm using that on my lashes, and then I am using the false lashes on top of that, and I just feel like the false lashes just complete this look. I just feel like an eye look isn't the same without them, and because they're really nice and thick and fluffy, they just really densify that lash line, and it's the exact look I wanted to go for. Then I just went over the crease using glitter. I actually didn't intend to do this, but then I was like, you know what, hey, let's throw some glitter in there, some gold glitter, why not? And this was from NYX. Then I went in and finished off the face. So I took some of the Hoola cream bronzer stick and I applied that all around my temple area, under my jawline, and also underneath my cheekbone. And then I went in with a little bit of this Rimmel contour stick as well in a darker shade and just used it on some of the more hollow areas, so just where I wanted it to be a little bit deeper. And I used the same brush I used to blend in my foundation to blend this into my skin and just buff this gently. I do realize I have already set my skin, but I personally prefer doing it this way just because I do have acne scars. If I didn't set my foundation, my acne scars would come through quite a bit if I didn't set my foundation before doing this. So now I'm going to be bronzing, and I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier bronzer. I really like this. It's new. I'm not entirely sure of the name, but like always, I'll have everything down below. Just doing a little bit of contouring now, nothing too major because I've already applied so much face product onto my skin. I'm just taking a contour shade and just using it on the slightly deeper parts with a smaller brush, and then I'm just baking underneath my cheekbone, and I really love to do this just because I really find that this helps my contour to look nice and sharp, especially because I have acne scars on this area, so sometimes it can look a bit muddy if I don't. And then I used a highlight shade from a contour kit and used that underneath my eyes to brighten that area up, and also a little bit on my forehead too. And I did go in after this and contour my nose as well. So finally, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows, and you guys have seen me do this quite a few times. I'm going to be linking a video in the eye right now where you guys can see me do my eyebrows properly, just because you guys have seen it so many times, and if you want to see something a little bit more in depth, then I will link that video right there for you. But I'm just using an eyebrow primer, and then whilst that dries, just dusting away the baking from underneath my jawline. The process when I get ready, honestly, is just always everywhere. It's so different to a makeup tutorial. And then I'm just applying some highlight. This is the Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby highlight. It's honestly one of my favorites. Just look at this glow. Just can't deal with it, it's so good. And then of course to finish off my eyebrows, I'm just going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz just to fill in my eyebrows, and I'm not going for anything too crazy, just kind of following my natural brow shape but just filling it in with a couple of hairs, and then going on top of that using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. Okay, so before I move on to my lips, I'm going to do my hair first of all, and I have straight hair at the moment. As you guys know, my hair is naturally curly, but I'm just going to be sectioning my hair and doing really loose waves. It's actually really simple, and I'm pretty sure I've showed you guys how to do this before in other Get Ready With Me's, but just because it's a hair, makeup, and outfit, I wanted to show you guys the process. So every single curl that I do, I curl away from my face. I'm using, I'd say, like a medium barrel. This is the Bellamy 6-in-1. I'm pretty sure this is breaking now though. I've had this for years, and yeah, it's just starting to like not heat up all the way, so I think I need a new curling iron. So let me know what curling irons are good down below. But yeah, this one is a medium barrel just because I like to curl my hair slightly tighter than I would like it to stay throughout the night, because of course the curls do drop. And I don't know if you guys saw, but I just burnt my finger whilst I was doing that curl. Handled it like a champ though. So I'm just doing every single curl away from my face. And I wanted to make sure that the very top section was a smaller section than every other one. I don't personally feel the need to section my hair into loads and loads of sections because I wanted quite loose waves. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory, you guys, just doing the curls and just curling away from my face. But when it comes to the top section, I wanted to make sure that especially the front, you really want it to frame your face nicely, so just take extra attention when you do this. And I kind of like drop it and like pull it a little bit just to give it a really nice frame to the face. I don't know if that makes any sense. Hair is one of those things I just can't explain. I do makeup more than hair, guys. Okay, so I went and got changed into my outfit, and I also used a lip plumper as well, which is why my lips look a little bit plumper than usual. But I just went over my lips using the Cappuccino lip liner from Rimmel, some of this lipstick from, where is this from? Charlotte Tilbury, and then I went on top of it with a NARS gloss. And honestly, my lips are so dry at the moment. I really felt like I had to go with the gloss, but it went so well with this look anyway, so I'm really glad I did. But I could not have got away with a matte lip today. It's just my lips were so dry. So also for the outfit, the dress that I was wearing was from Forever 21. I'm going to do my very best and try and find a link down below because I did buy this in store. It was honestly a last minute pick. I didn't know what I was going to be wearing for this wedding, but it was honestly like a really nice summery color, and I'm really glad I went for it. It was definitely out of my comfort zone and not the kind of dress I would usually wear, so it was definitely out of my comfort zone. But I'll try and link it down below. And I also wore some shoes from Simi Shoes, but I don't think I showed it in any of these clips, so I'm just gonna leave what I wore down below all linked so you guys can see it. So guys, that is the end of this Get Ready With Me. I am so grateful for all of you for watching through this video. I know it was a bit of a long one for me, but if you guys do enjoy Get Ready With Me videos, especially when I do my hair, makeup, and outfit, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you all so much, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!